This video is an unpaid sponsorship by Box Critters, an MMORPG by the same creators of Club Penguin. So I recently started getting into D&D. My character is a half-elf, half-human sorcerer named Verona. She's a former wizard's apprentice and she's very studious. She has read all the books, she's really talented in magic, but she really never had a social life due to her magic training. When I was thinking about all the half-elf stuff, part of me wanted her to be like Spartacus from Lazy Town, but instead I just took some inspiration from Spock from Star Trek, since Spock shows some traits of both his Vulcan and human bloodline, while Spartacus is just pure elf. My character also has the potential to have wild magic to take over since she's a happy, hence why she's currently in wizard training with the wizard. It's to help control it. But with wild magic or not, she's really freaking powerful. You may think that my half-elf spellcaster would wear a dress or something that screams wizard or magical girl, but she's actually dressed almost like a rogue, as it's easier for her to move around. Also because of this figure, which is the only one with a crossbow and that's female, and she looks really cool. When I play her, I'd like to incorporate both my online and offline personas to see how it goes, since both of them are really different and I had people mistake me for one and the others. It's complicated. A week later, after I created my character, I found out that my local game creator store hosts D&D sessions every weekend, so I've decided to give that a shot. I met with the group and there were like 10 of us, but we were split into 2 groups, and I was placed in the group where they had a custom storyline made by the DM. The group had this campaign going on for weeks and it's now part 10 of the story. Previously, they have rescued a high nobleman who has a lot of cash that will help our clan, the Sandstone Alisters, as they're currently in conflict with another clan called the Lojan. Based on the GM's map that I saw, it kinda looks like France and it's divided into 5 regions. The story begins with our 2 heroes, a dark elf, which apparently is like an almost endangered species as there's not many of them left, and a human fighter who is like one of our edgy anime characters who likes to take things seriously, and the nobleman who they previously rescued in their last mission. While they were chilling, I came into the bar with the clan insignia showing to prove that I'm one of them. The plan was not only to find an unexpected way out of the city, but also to make the nobleman look not as rich or elite, as we are going to be going through some low class areas and we just want him to fit in and not cause any suspicion. You have to remember, my character has never socialized as much, and she was basing off her information of books and observation while she was still an apprentice. I read that lower class speak in some sort of slang, something along the lines of do how do, as some sort of greeting.
Do, how do?
This whole situation is like that one Big Bang Theory episode where Leonard and Howard try to teach Sheldon how to smile, mixed with that Our Fellow Kids guy. We decided to go west as some sort of diversion, as well as to dig up some loot that belonged to the nobleman, a box containing 20,000 gold pieces. The buried treasure is buried in the city of Sphinx, which is basically a tourist area. Think Egypt without the pyramids and just a bunch of Sphinx statues. As we walked around, a bunch of merchants gathered in front of us and tried to convince us to buy their goods and services. Our human fighter got a merchant who's offering a tour for 250 gold coins. Our dark elf was offered posters of the city and the statues and everything for 25 gold pieces each. Then came my merchant. It was a kid.
Hello, you beautiful lady. I can see it's your first time here. For you, I offer you this beautiful Sphinx necklace to remind you of your time here. All for 1 gold.
My table gave me weird looks and asked why I got the cheap merch offer and they all had the expensive ones. Remember when I said that this character is a combination of both my offline and online personas? I can't believe you just spot that. As we were walking around, the nobleman greeted some people with the lines and accents that we taught him, and our human fighter was just like, "Oh my god, please keep quiet." We went through an alleyway and we found this hidden side street tourist attraction spot, which is basically like a small park with a statue of a flying sphinx in the center. Think of it as like one of those side tour spots in Melbourne with the graffiti art walls and stuff. As we entered through this place, our human fighter noticed this shady guy who was just watching us, and he just full on yells out, "Hey you, what are you looking at?" Our dark elf then starts to read this guy's mind, and the first thing she heard was, "I wonder how much money's buried." Suddenly, it was an ambush between the guy and a halfling dwarf, while the nobleman is just digging up the loot. My first move was a really powerful fireball that not only impacted on the halfling, but also the grass, and the trees, and the building behind them. Sorry! While this is all going on, the nobleman is just digging up the treasure, just not giving a damn. Then suddenly, a four-armed creature appears, and it's holding four swords, one in each hand. Hey guys, if you watched this entire video, you should have noticed by now that a lot of the characters' art style is based off this new game called Box Critters. Box Critters is a game made by Lance Breve, aka Rocket Snail, aka the co-founder and creator of Club Penguin, where you play as different critters and go on adventures. At the moment, the whole game is currently going through its second experiment, which involves an inventory system. To celebrate this second experiment launch, use the code /cute to get your paws on this cute big toe cat. It kind of reminds me of Antarctics, so don't forget to go on to Box Critters and be part of the community. And don't forget to type in /cute over in the chat box to get your free toe cap.